Welcome to Top of the World News. I'm Jim Lynch. Please like and subscribe. Please follow me on all forms of social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. Take a look at the Backstage profile. As you guys have known for several weeks, the screenplay is done. We're shopping it around. So take a glance at it. If you know of anybody that can maybe help me out, drop me a message, drop me a note, respond to me via social media, and we'll see if we can get that done. Before I get going, I want to bring attention to my new shirt. As you guys have probably noticed, I'm dressed down today, and there's actually a reason for that. I got to stand up because I got to get this on camera. Oof. Don't get old, folks. Okay, I don't know how much you guys can see, but this is the ADHD Parent Fact Shirt. And if you notice, it looks like a food label. And I'm just going to go through it with you if you can't see. It's unconditional love, 500%, patience, 200%, amazing, 150%, caffeine, 150%, dedication is 100%, multitasking, 100%, total satisfaction, 200%, sleep, 5%, alone time, 5%, energy, 50%, and regrets, no regrets. I certainly have none of those. My ADHD strong child is certainly one of the highlights of my life, so I certainly have no regrets there. And I think I've made mention of this in this forum before, that my son is indeed ADHD strong. He is a hero of mine for what he goes through on a daily basis. And while that first ingredient, unconditional love, certainly does apply to me, I truly do love my son with all my heart. I have trouble with that second ingredient, and that's the patience one. As a parent, I tend to fire, and then I'm ready and I aim. I tend to react, and then, if it goes badly, I feel bad afterwards. I'm going to tell you a quick story. I had a dispute on Saturday with my son where he had done something, and I needed to know what the truth was, whether it was good or bad. Quite frankly, after we discussed the issue, I didn't believe the story. So this morning, I woke up and I was still mad at my son, not over what happened on Saturday, but he had done something yesterday where I'd caught him in a lie, and it was close to bedtime and it wasn't quite resolved. So, I was kind of wanted to address it with him, and I was still a little bit annoyed at him over what had happened, and I wanted to discuss it with him. So we did that actually before school this morning, and in the process of our discussion, what had happened on Saturday had come back up. And I explained to him that it was very hard for me to sometimes believe what you say when things like what happened yesterday happened. I'm only getting the truth out of you some of the time. Well, my son responded by kind of explaining himself a little bit further. And upon listening to my son, I could see that the story he told about Saturday was certainly possible. It wasn't as far-fetched as I had originally thought it might have been. And maybe he's still fibbing to me. Maybe he's got me completely snowed. Or maybe this time and maybe the other times, maybe he wasn't so much lying to me as he's having difficulty expressing his thoughts. Because he's 10 years old, because he's ADHD, because he has autism, because maybe I triggered his anxiety by putting him through what basically amounts to an interrogation. I don't know, but I could certainly see where he's coming from. Now, a lot of what my son deals with on a daily basis, I think, comes from my parenting style. I'm tough on both my kids. I expect a lot from them. But I certainly can listen more and can exercise more patience as a parent. There's more to my son than what he's shown me the last 3 days. Just like there is to me and just like there is to you. I'm sure he was a little bit down because Dad yelled at him and didn't believe his story. But I hope that my son is not angry with me to the point that he doesn't understand that he does have more to offer the world besides what the world sees. The ADHD, the anxiety, and his autism. You know, there's more to him than that. I hope he understands that, and I hope he doesn't allow those things to get in the way of what hopefully he can achieve moving forward. When life has you down, there certainly a bad hand maybe that gets dealt, but remember, you have more to offer. The book can't necessarily be judged by its cover. The ladies and gentlemen watching me right now are more than their disabilities. You are more than your disability. My son reminded me of that. And to my son, I say thank you. Thank you, ADHD. You guys have more to offer than your disabilities. Go offer it. I hope this tip puts you guys on top of the world too. See you guys next week.